Morning, morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome on this Wednesday. Everybody got scared by my topic today. It's kind of suiting that I have an extremely experienced crowd today when we were talking about, right, shifting gears. We're going to talk about shifting gears and taking advantage of this market, and I have all my experienced agents show up. This is awesome. Sounds about right? Because polarity is a real thing when we get into a market like this. Right? There's a difference between the haves and the have-nots, but let's get going. That's for a little bit down the road. Let's get go. Oh, Norm. Let's click. Let's click. All right, let's share some fun things. Does it will it work now? Got it. Bucket fills. Who's got something good? Wow, light crowd. Jerry definitely has something great.
He does have something.
She does. Here it comes.
Well, this one tops everything else. I found out Monday that I'm going to be a grandmother for the sixth time, and it is, I know, age check. And it'll be another little girl.
Hey, well, let's give the disclaimer just in case, right? So we don't make goofs of ourselves.
In case anybody's wondering, it is not Carla.
Yes, it is not Carla. All right, so if you see Carla, don't be like, congratulations on number 6. She'll be like, what the? Okay. Yeah, it's not Carla. Menegas. Mother-in-law. All right, who's got something to go? Oh, come on, Isai. Yes, absolutely, buddy. You have to. Come on.
My wife ran and finished the Sydney Marathon, so
Yes.
that was pretty cool. And today's my little girl's birthday, Luna. She turned 7.
Awesome. That's awesome. Glad you enjoyed it in Australia.
Miracles do happen. I had 2 closings last week.
Your closings are not miracles, but congratulations on that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who else got something good? All right. Oh, why do you have to do with a face like you?
No, that's why she asked
Try to do it. So I just got back from okay, this is another age check, 33-year reunion from high school, and we all had our 50th birthday party. So there was 47 of us in Morocco.
That is awesome. In Morocco.
I think the hotel will ban us for life now.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, so if you ever want to go to the Fairmont in Marrakesh, don't say you know me.
Yeah, don't say
Just
Gloria's
saying.
talk.
I was the one in the jumpsuit, yeah.
That we know of. Yes.
She's out. We don't know. Yeah.
Yes, detained in Morocco. Who else got something good? Come on, we're on a roll. Who's got something good? Who else got something good? Something good to share. Business, personal. You did not survive Yana's coffee. You threw it out. I survived Yana's coffee. Yes, it is so nasty. So that thing is rancid. Rancid. Yeah, because you don't want anything for 5 days after you have it. It's so gross.
You like a detox?
It's like a mushroom.
It's like 5 mushrooms. Oh, there we go. She's like, get off this mushroom topic. Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, two things. We've been here and everyone talks about building relationships. So I go to KW to the family reunion and I build relationships. Anyway, I just had a check that just came from a referral that I didn't have to do anything other than send them someone in New York. So that is really cool to not have to work and get a really, really nice check.
Yeah, it is a great feeling, right? That's awesome. Congratulations. Our network is real, guys. Take advantage of it. Think global. Anybody else? Anybody online? Going once? Going twice? All right. We have 1 or 2 things today to talk about, so let's keep going. All right. I do not want to miss. Is it Adija? Awesome. Come on up. Rui, our lunch sponsor. Yeah. There's going to be people online, so you're going to need to be up here. There you go.
So good morning, everyone. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you'll be able to. It's really for online. You're good. You're good.
Oh,
Keep going.
perfect. So I'm Adisha with Paint Easy, and that's exactly what we do, is we make your painting experience easy. We are here to customize whatever solution you want. We do residential and commercial cleaning, sorry.
That too. No.
We do that sometimes, but I was going to say, sorry, my father owns a residential and commercial cleaning business. I don't. I own the painting side. So if you need a cleaner, we'll talk about that later. But I'm
He
here for
actually like
painting.
slickly did that. Like,
Was not intentional, but anyway. So our business not only does painting, we do wallpaper, installation and removal. We do epoxy garage floor coatings. We do fence painting. We do door painting. You name it. If it can be painted or coated, we do it. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is our customer service and our prep work. What we do is we're committed to making sure that everything is prepped and prepped well. You can't do your job well if you don't prep and coat everything to prepare it for painting. And so that is what we do to make our customer experience happy. We have a 2-year standard warranty. We also have the ability to have 5 and 7-year warranties with our painting. They come with additional premier paint. So we do at a minimum Behr, Sherwin-Williams, and Benjamin Moore paint products. They're usually premium paints, but then we also have the ability, if you use your 5 and 7-year warranties, to increase the painting experience. And so we use premier paints over top of that, one of which is called Rain Refresh. It actually self-cleans, and so a lot of people like that paint. What's nice about our warranties is that they're transferable. So a lot of our realtors that we work with love that because that's a selling tool that we use. I also gave you a sheet of paper in the front for you, and that is just to say that we do these touch-up packages. And so we do half-day packages and full-day packages. That's typically for a house of 2,500 square feet or less. I've gotten some homes that are 7,000 square feet, and I cannot do them in a half a day or a full day. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. But it's a great tool to kind of get your house ready. You get it cleaned out, we come in, we patch, we repair. Preferably, the paint is already there. If not, we can color match, and we do color match. We try to do wall to wall. That's only because it gives you a fresh, smooth finish. If you're just doing the little patches, sometimes it looks like the patches, and that's not what sells. It's the complete overall look. So with that, I will stop and see if there's any questions. Yes.
Putting it on the market, and they painted the garage floor.
Yes.
2 weeks later, the owner parked in his garage, and when he backed out, the paint came up.
I would probably tell you they did not use the proper paint. I was going to say, because if you're using an epoxy or a polyaspartic, that doesn't happen. In fact, polyaspartics dry within 30 minutes. If you're using an epoxy, it takes 1 to 3 days. If they're using a paint, depending on that paint, they're known for coming up. And so that's typically something that we don't recommend. There is a paint called HTC, and you can put it on. It's pretty aesthetically, it will last about a year, but that's it. If you're wanting to sell a house and that's all you care about, that's what I would recommend. It's cost effective. Absolutely. Typically you can, but I would probably change the product because it will continue to do that. Absolutely.
great question.
Yes, ma'am. Right now it's repost gray. I was going to say we see a lot of repost gray, and we see a lot of a color called snowfall.
Well, I thought
I was going to say, nope, it is not. I was going to say 90% of your builders are still using it. And so we also, so if we're working with builders, we're using repost gray. If we're working with homeowners, it's snowfall. And the other one is creamy. Some people don't like a white. They like more of this off-whitish color, and it's called creamy. And so you'll see a lot of people using that.
I think repost gray, if I'm not mistaken, is a lighter, like
It's a
extremely
really
light.
pale
It looks
gray.
almost white.
It
like,
does.
Yeah, it's like an off-white. Yeah,
Absolutely. I was going to say it's not your traditional gray.
great.
It's not the one.
Snowbound, another part.
No, it's not a dark gray. It's very pale. In fact, if you put it to white, you have to kind of almost look at it. But lots of builders are still using that color.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. I have done a few of those, yes. Depending on how far out the closing is, I can't say I'll do 60 days out, but within 30 days, I typically do.
What was the question?
The question was, will I do paint jobs prior to closing and then get paid at closing? And so the answer is yes, I do. Within 30 days, typically. Greater than that, I would have to probably assess it, but yes, I have. Yes, ma'am.
Do you do discounts for real estate, being an stuff?
What do you, do I do?
You can out the house, that's a better price than.
I was gonna say, typically I have not, but I hadn't thought about it. I was gonna say, not opposed to it. I mean, typically I usually do, depending on the holiday, I'm always doing some kind of discount. So it ranges between the holidays, between 20% and 5%. So yes, I give discounts. So you could be closer to the 20 for that matter, yes.
Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Question, I just want to say, I have known Adisha for over 20 years. She and I met at church. I knew her as a corporate professional. And then when I found out that, she had transitioned and was running this business, I knew based on her level of excellence and professionalism that she would
Thank
be
you.
absolutely amazing. He recommends to clients, so, that is why I put her to be our sponsor for today. I wanted to make sure that you guys all knew about her. So some of the other agents have already incorporated her information into their listing presentations. I recommend you do the same because again, it's just one more way that we have a differentiate ourselves to our clients when we're doing our listing presentations and making ourselves stand out with the partners and the services that we offer.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
I did not pay her for that, but I will take you out
Yes.
to lunch for that. So yes, see, I do stuff special. Any other questions for me? Well, wonderful. Thank you so much
Well,
for your.
thank
time.
you.
Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Adisha. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for lunch. You still going to be around through meeting, just in case afterwards anybody? Yeah, perfect. Love it. Awesome. All right. Take a deep breath. Oh, she had some slides. We met her.
There's some of our work.
Woo. Oh, there we go. Love it. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Let's move on. Take a breath. We have a lot of things coming up. All right. So first and foremost, I want to start at the bottom, okay? At the end, just a quick heads up coming near the end of September and into October. We're going to have a appointment real play role play on September 23rd that will send more information out here in the coming week or so. And then there's going to be a Saturday workshop with Brandon called Seal the Deal with Sellers. Again, that's like the buyer one from last month. It's going to be a seller-based workshop right here on a Saturday that will get you more information because he's like shaking me off now. So we will get you guys some.
Not like.
Oh, it's not like last time, but it's going to be seller-based for you to, start handling and being better at your seller appointments and representation. How's that? All right. And then October 9th, take note, if you need broker responsibility, we are going to have it here in-house. Just if you want to get it works towards your CE electives. If you are a rainmaker or have a team or lead anybody, this is a Trek requirement. So again, or if you're in, any kind of leadership position, you do need it. Or if you just want to grow from a leader perspective or broker's perspective and learn your craft a little bit better on the broker side, it's going to be on October 9th. Yes, I got a lot of questions all of a sudden. Yes. Hang tight. I'm getting to all that in just a second. This is purely September 23rd, September 27th, and October 9th. I have flyers for everything else. No, so if it's a requirement that you are required to have, like, for example, I am, you have to take it every 2 years. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So if you're a rainmaker or you lead anybody, right, like you have an admin or other agents, then you do need to have it every 2 years. But it counts towards your electives, your 7-hour electives, so you can kind of kill it 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, Julia? I'm going to get to all of that in just a second. The 3 I don't have flyers for: September 23rd, September 27th, and October 9th, okay? So now that, correct, I'm getting to that, and oh, I lost my clicker. I lost my clicker. I know. Well, no, you're going to come up here in just a second. All right. So tomorrow, Legal 1 and 2. Thank you, Majestic Title. I believe, yes, Majestic Title. Thank you very much for that. It's going to be right here inside the training room. Our very own Tequila from Adolph from the signature office is going to be the certified instructor. She's a lot of fun. And if you need Legal 1 and 2 to knock out your CEs, you can do it all crash course in 1 day tomorrow. We start in the morning with Legal 1. I believe there is not a break. Oh, sorry, 12:30 to 1 is, I saw 12:30 and then 12:30. 12:30 to 1 is a quick lunch break, and then 1 to 5 is Legal 2. If you need either one of those or both, you can be in here, but to get credit, make sure you register with Christina, and she's in the room, so you can just come in up to her and get it all done, or send her a text or an email. And also, make sure that you guys understand that there is a time requirement in the sense of you cannot be late. If you're late, you're not going to get the credit. What? And you cannot leave early. Correct. Otherwise, you will not get your credit. And you cannot take bathroom breaks. You have to, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Yes, you'll get some breaks. Riley, what's up? Mm-hmm. That's okay. You can have her come in. That way she'll be Keller Williams by next week. Yeah.
And one stop and then like concert.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. We got it. So everybody, anybody that needs it, Legal 1 and 2 tomorrow, but you must be registered. Do not be late. Do not leave early. Don't go to the bathroom. Okay. Just kidding about the bathroom. Oh, yes. Okay. Also, asterisk. I believe Norman is going to be in here. I think Rui is going to be in here. You're going to wait? Okay. Norman is, do not look for Norman tomorrow. He wants his credits. He needs his credits. Okay? All right. There we go. Okay. All right. You want to come up here real quick?
We're doing a database workshop, guys, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Whether you're a brand new agent or just need a refresher, we will be covering how to set up your 5264 touch for the year.
180
So
touch.
talking about all the touches for your database so you can stay in front of them, stay top of mind, and get more business from them. A little bit of newsletters, a little bit of events, setting up your DTD2. So all those different touches that you do throughout the year so you can stay in front of people. So it is a workshop. It is in person only. It's just the way it works. If you can't make it for the whole thing, it's 2 hours from 10 to 12. Just come for an hour, right? Come and get something out of it and bring your laptops. Please register. There's a QR code. There's a couple of flyers, so I know how much packets to have for you guys. Okay. So I promise you get a lot out of it.
And something about donuts, right?
And something about
That
donuts.
Sarah happened to mention.
And Nimesh is doing our usual Calibre database class on Friday. So so for those of you that just are starting out with
Or
us,
anybody.
or anybody really, it's anyone has never done database. Exactly.
Yes.
It's a perfect sandwich between Friday with Nimesh and then Saturday with me.
Yeah, I talk a lot more about why we do it and why it's important to create a database and for the longevity and the health of your business. And then you'll actually go into applying it on Saturday. So it's really cool.
We'll be touching a little tiny bit of things that I'm learning as we go on AI as well. Just little tidbits that Tara and I are just kind of currently working on our own business as well.
By that you mean Tara, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Yeah, Sherry.
Stuff into the database, getting permission to be sending him emails.
I love it. So I'm actually going to talk about that too, but it depends on how you send emails. If you actually send emails through a provider like Command, it actually has all of the federal legal requirements built into the email. Okay? Great question. Great question. All right, here we go. Julia? KW and Canva. I mentioned it last week. We got the announcement during Mega Camp. For those of you that may not be aware, Canva and KW are coming into a partnership where Canva is going to be integrated into Command and be provided to all of KW associates, and it is launching tomorrow. Okay? So tomorrow is the big day where we're going to all start getting Canva access. and there's going to be KW templates and all kind of cool things that are going to be built into there. We actually don't have too much information beyond that right now, so we're all going to be surprised tomorrow when it comes out, and it's going to kind of be a just kind of, we're going to learn along with you and be providing you with that. So saying that, we have a couple of cool things coming up. On Friday, two of my really good friends, Kimber Walton, who's the RTT of Utah, and Janelle the Tech, who is our very own RTT here in South Texas, are going to be doing Keep Calm and Canva On. It's actually the third of their series that they've been doing. It's a web series. It's going to be on Friday from 10 to 11 to 1 Central Time on Zoom. And you're going to see all kinds of like registration and Zoom links go out for this. And so they're going to walk through branding and MLS integration and, of course, new releases in Canva. And, of course, they're going to cover KW and Canva. Now, hands-on experience. Janelle is actually going to be coming in here in the training room next Tuesday, talking about a couple of things. First, she is going to kick off the Canva integration right here in person in the training room on Tuesday again from 9:30 to 11:30. That's going to be the first half. And then the second half, she's going to go into her just her AI series on AI geo-farming searches and her continue to support you guys in your AI growth, okay? So that's going to be right here in the training room on Tuesday at Southwest, 9:30 to 11:30. Now, Norman has also taken the liberty to also give you guys the dates for when she's going to be at Signature and Central, all right, which is September 16th from 9:30 to 11:30, and then at Central from September 17th to 1 to 3. If you can't make it here on Tuesday, next Tuesday, and you would like to attend at one of those other offices, specifically Signature, because they have the bigger training room than Central does, feel free to. Okay? Cool? Everybody got it? All right, let's keep going. Book club. So ALC, I believe, is starting book club again, and Ninja Selling is going to be the book for this month, I would say, and looks like it's going to be on September 9th from 1 to 2, right? Oh, in the lead gen room. Make sure you have a copy of the book. Read it first, right? Is that you? Bring it with you. Oh, you'll get a schedule because you're starting the book club on this day. Got it. Okay. So you're starting the book, Ninja Selling, on this date. Bring the book with you. Anything else you want to add? Heather? Good? Okay. All right. Yes.
Just like any reading book. Yeah. So what I do is I listen to it and also note on like a separate. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's
Quickly.
I think I can also.
It's a good read. I would also encourage you to use Chat GPT now with your reading stuff too. And like if you like upload, like it'll give you summaries, bullet points, and just like really. Yeah.
I mean, we used to have Cliff's Notes, but. All right, we got a lot, guys. Let's keep going. All right, Christina, what you got on this?
Okay, so coming up on September 10th, I'm going to be teaching our Majestic Buzz Report. It's a farming software that is our proprietary software that we had built that combines normal how you farm, like find your pockets of your neighborhoods and stuff like that. But we added an extra layer to it where we can find out if people are going through life events. So we've taken the county courthouse records and combined it with our software. So people going through death, divorce, bankruptcies, foreclosures, even cash buyers, we can pull if it's just a cash transaction. So I'm going to be here teaching you how to do that if you need to build your database. Obviously, we know right now people are 99.9% of the time only moving because of life events. They're not moving for fun right now. So
Good job.
did I sell you on it?
That's a
Are you
great segue.
coming here. Anyway, so I want to teach you how to look for those. The only thing I will say is if you go after like divorces or foreclosures or stuff like that,
You're stealing my thunder now.
don't call them and say, well, Christina with Majestic Title said you're going through a divorce. Don't do that. Practice your script before you call them. Don't throw me under the bus. Okay.
Let's do it. It's a warm connection then, right? Thank you, Christina. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Hey, it's not all just learning in classes, all right, guys? We're ready to have some fun again, too. It's been a minute. So to remind you again, we are having a Keller Williams happy hour and hangout at Tallyard next Thursday, September 11th, 5 to 7, or shutting the place down, whichever comes first. Again, presented by the ALC Agent Advocate Committee, so thank you for that. Again, there's nothing else on this, guys. It's just going and hanging out and having a good time, okay? There's pickleball there. There's cornhole there. There's some other games there. We're going to have food, drinks available, okay? Hope to see all of y'all there. Shredding hunger. Dang, dude, that was like cat-like reflexes, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Two. Okay. All right. Well, thanks anyway.
More than two.
Okay, so Shredding Hunger's coming up. A lot of you know what Shredding Hunger is, but I'm just gonna recap it. So someone brings in their documents to Keller Williams in the parking lot. They go through our cute little line. They drop off the docks. They also bring a canned good item or a bag of canned goods or cash, and then they donate that. We give that to East Fort Bend Human Needs, who are also going to be on site. So what we're doing for everybody who signs up, okay, so get out your phones. This is a QR code. Your phone reads it, okay? You just to get your little photo app out, okay? Sign up. We're doing, it's just 1.5 hour block, so that's it, okay? When you sign up, we're gonna do a content creation day. So we're gonna piggyback on literally everything that you guys have already talked about. So the digging deep into the database, we're gonna touch on how to implement this into that, okay? Because you will have already gone to that. Canva, you can utilize that as well. Doing your legal 1 and 2, of course, also then incorporating every single piece of everything that we're doing and making sure that you get more people in your database so that way you get more business. Who has enough business that they're fine with? They're good. They don't need any more. Okay, good. But I see 3 phones out. So sign up. Content Creation Day. It'll be before the event. The event's on September 20th, 10 to 1. Super simple, super easy. I expect to see everybody there and also promoting yourself with this. Everybody here has their Shredding Hunger flyer, yes?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you have it in your email. Higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, okay. There's also a video on our Facebook site, the KWSW site, okay? So go on there, get the video. I've already started pumping it out, right? So I'm using it as a way to show my community, my sphere, that I'm out there giving back to the community and helping out. So, yeah.
Get like our kids coming out.
Yeah, absolutely.
course,
Mine came last time and she was a hit.
Can they get like our NHS? I mean,
I'll sign off. on
Yeah,
it,
well, yeah,
for sure.
we'll definitely sign
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Just drop off.
Yeah, that too.
You can, yes, yeah. Bodies is what
Yes,
we're looking
yeah.
for, yeah.
They're gonna shred by hand though.
That's, they're gonna have to do 1 page at a
Yeah,
time.
scissors. Yeah.
Any other questions, concerns, comments? Right after this, we're gonna be meeting about this and then also trunk or treat. That's the culture meeting, so that's gonna be
Oh, yeah. What's it?
at
Keep going.
at 1 o'clock. Oh, yeah. yeah,
Oh,
go
oh, my
back.
bad. Let me go back.
That's why our phones are not, you were blocking it.
My big old hit.
Yeah.
All the shifts. You get an extra $50.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
Got
you're
it.
just
Extra money.
you're promising $50.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Brandon's
once
all
you
in.
get your closing, you're gonna get more than that. You'll get 5K. So, next one.
Oh, cool.
All right, so
Love it.
Trunk or Treat is also coming up. So we have Shredding Hunger on the 20th. Trunk or Treat is 1 month later. Okay, so this is for our vendors and you guys. Okay, so we need you guys to sign up and say that you're going to decorate a trunk. It's super fun. Who's done it
Or a
before?
parking space. It doesn't have to be the
Doesn't
physical
have to
trunk.
get trunks. I've seen other people do like bowling games and stuff. And
Well, Israel and Kara, they go crazy.
You guys go
Big
nuts.
giant
I've seen
spiders and all kinds of things.
some other great selfie areas
Michael Jackson
as
shows
well.
up.
The so the trunk or treat is super fun. If you're brand new, I expect you to be there. If you're not brand new, I expect you to be there with bells on. So we're looking to fill the entire parking lot. You will have the opportunity to reach out to your sphere again, utilizing any of those touch campaigns that we're going to be utilizing. Trunk or treat itself is super fun. It's only 2 hours, 6 to 8 p.m. Setup can be around 4. So it's super, super low pressure. It's literally handing out candy and promoting yourself through your own channels and then promoting yourself if you want to everybody out in the community. So there's a lot of kids and parents that come here because their areas aren't as safe, right? So they come here, it provides a super safe environment. Last year we had 1,800 people come. So if you can find another event that you can talk to 1,800 people in one day, let me know. I'd like to go. So sign up for this
Yeah.
as well, but start with trunk or
Yeah, just to add, right, we definitely need more involvement in trunk or treat, and we have great involvement, and we need more only because now it's a well-known event in our community where nearly 2,000 people are showing up, which means that we need to match that, right? We used to be saying that like, oh, it's great if we have 50 to 70 cars. I actually think we need a lot more than that now.
Yeah.
Or not cars, but spaces, because again, to spread it out, more candy also. Okay?
And
So
we have
please,
space for like
time to get involved.
60 to 80, 60 to 75 really is closer. And anybody that you know who is a vendor, who you think their business could benefit, where's my painter?
Yes.
Anybody who wants to come and sign up, right? Then that gets your name out in the community as well. Tell your people that, right? If they have a restaurant, if they have a mini golf place, if they've got whatever. Let's support the local small businesses, please, because that's what you are, right? And that you want to see that support, so let's extend that hand as well. Okay?
Cool.
Sound good?
Thank you, buddy.
Write 'em out.
Appreciate it. I have think that's it. That's it. That's all there was. There's not a lot coming up.
That was half the meeting.
Ooh, that was after. That should have been the meeting. But enjoy lunch, guys. We'll see. No, it feels like that, right? All right. There is a lot of stuff, and it's a little bit of hodgepodge today, so apologize for that. Okay. So one more thing that I definitely want to cover. Okay. Quick, and I don't have too much details on this, but I want to put it on your radar, and some of you may know some of these. Number one, just wanted me to make sure that I pointed out to you guys that there has been an uptick and an increase in fraudulent activity, specifically wire frauds. Okay, so please be mindful of that. All right, we had an incident where that we've been made aware of where there was an actual wire invitation that went out a couple of weeks ago, and an individual wired 6 figures, and thankfully they caught it in time and they canceled the wire, but it went to not the title company. Okay, Jess actually got one. Was it today or yesterday? Well, she's gotten 4 in the past 2 weeks. The one, yeah. Yes, one basically came through Chad today. It was Ashton.
That's like, oh, send me $500, blah, 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 like you've always seen for phishing. They now have mimicked threads of emails, and they're sending the entire thread. So without knowing how to spot that right off the bat, it does look legit. There's obviously lots of signs. If you ever are curious and you have questions, you can always send it to me to look at. I've taught cyber safety before, so I know exactly what to look for when it comes to that. So if you don't know, don't click on anything. Definitely don't send anything money-wise to anybody, but also make sure that your clients are very well aware that this is like, with AI, it is ramped up to 100 and it's a lot harder to control. So just kind of being very, very aware
Yes.
that this is happening. And I mean, I've gotten 4 in the past 2 weeks, literally. And the most recent one from Chad was today. So it's happening fast, and they're
There you
gonna
go.
come fast until it's regulated. They're gonna keep going.
That's why it's really hard. Yes, Mike.
For sellers a few years ago, and it got caught, but even though it got caught, money had gone out to a fictitious place, and it took 2 weeks for that seller to get paid.
Yeah. Well, I got lucky that
He got
maybe the
lucky.
money was
He
re.
took an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
money to show up.
And I remember the story that happened to you a couple of years ago. Where where I think you just happened to catch it at the 11th hour, where there happened to be a dot in the email, and that was the only difference. Where it was like first name dot last name, and he just realized that wait, that's not the email. That's typical. That's Israel, and that's scary. Where the emails look totally legit, they look real. Right? So please be mindful. And for any of you that are the facilitator of obviously all of you are facilitators of a transaction, do not be the middleman in the wire communication between your clients and the title company. You let the title company communicate directly with your clients and so forth. All right? When in doubt, use a cashier's check. Okay? So please be vigilant on that. So that's number one. Number two, there's a new sign law that's passed, okay? And we're still getting more info on that. Honestly, I don't even know if it affects open house signs yet. The likelihood is it doesn't, okay? But they're calling them, and did we lose Rui? Because I keep forgetting the name. What's that? Bandit signs. Yeah, well, they're making a bigger deal about it now. It's a federal legislative about random signs out in streets and major thoroughways and neighborhoods. So just be mindful and looking out for that because your open house signs could potentially be affected. Let's hope not. But we're going to get more info and get that to you guys, okay? But just know that that's still circulating. All right, the other one, the last one, it's the big one. That's the SB 140 that Maryland covered last week. Okay, and that's the enhanced now coverage of the TCPA, where it's getting to the point where, number one, if you're going to be cold calling, first of all, you have to be very careful about it, TCPA laws, but also you need to register now as a telemarketer. Okay, there's a registration that's going to be there now for it. So if you're going to cold call, you need to register as a telemarketer. I believe there's a cost to it. I'm not sure if it was one time or annual. And then there's some special coverage that you need as well. Okay, so again, these are some new things that are coming out. So please be mindful of some of these things. Also, FYI, we are drafting up an addendum to our independent contractor agreement that each of y'all are going to have to sign, acknowledging that, hey, you're aware of these new stipulations and changes. Okay? So this is not a us thing. This is a legal and federal thing, and we just have to adapt. Okay? So please be vigilant. We got it? Whew. All right. Ironically, shift gears. All right. So yesterday I talked a lot about, that's what it feels like. Last week I talked a lot about stats, right? We talked about the market updates and we talked about mega camp. And so just kind of segueing into that and trying not to throw too many more stats out at you, I was like, okay, let's do a little bit of a mindset piece. And you know, it's all about shifting gears and what it's going to take to succeed in this market and boiling down to the basics. While the overlaying theme of last week of Mega Camp a couple of weeks ago was AI, that's what it felt like, that they were word vomiting AI. But when you dug deep into the message, it was truly about shift. Okay, it was truly about, if you really dug deep into what most of the messages were last couple of weeks ago at Mega Camp, it was about shift. And ironically, I read a quote this morning, and it was, "It's not the strongest that are going to survive, and it's not the smartest. It's the ones that are willing to change." Okay, so what changes are you going to make that's going to help you succeed in today's market? Well, it's kind of ironic that I'm talking about shift, and the majority of the faces that I see this week are all experienced in producing agents, which I find fascinating because that's what we see in the market when we get to a market like this, is the polarity, right? Of the ones that are succeeding, they're the ones that happen to grow, and there's a major gap between the haves and the have-nots. So the question is, what are you going to be? Because right now, I see a lot of talking and a lot less doing. And the reality is that it needs to be a lot more doing. So in shift, boiling down the basics, and this is going to be very surface level, right? Specifically for time. Get real, get right. That's tactic one, right? It's all about the mindset. And these are really simple slides just so I can navigate through this, right? Understanding, first of all, being in the mindset that, number one, you cannot control the market. All right? You do not dictate the markets. Your buyers and sellers do not dictate the market, right? The market controls the market. And just being able to articulate that to your clients and being in that mindset, okay? But you can control your outlook in response to the market. So are you doing that, right? The market doesn't determine your success. It simply determines your strategy. So right now, what mindset are you in? Is that, oh, this market's tough? Or is it action-based? What do I need to do to succeed in this market? And what's it going to take? It is tough. But what are you going to do about it? Because just saying it's tough or physically being tough, is that going to change anything? No, right? And yet, you still have a ridiculous number of transactions, don't you?
No.
Well, compared to before, well, what's it going to take to match what your previous production was?
Make some changes.
All right. And more activity, right? Because it takes more activity to garner the same results that you were getting previously in a different market, right? But you've acknowledged that. Yeah, right? So an action shift, right? Taking the right actions, right, now is just as necessary as knowing what to do. So it's not just about the knowing, it's about the doing, hence the conversation that we just had. Yes, Anna.
This morning, talking about, the guy said something about doing push-ups with the wrong form is still better than not doing push-ups at all. And having appointments, having appointments with listings, potential listings is better and more practice than working on your script and your presentation for 20 hours at home.
Sure.
When you get in front of a real seller, then you get the best practice.
Right, absolutely. Right? The only time you fail is when you quit. Right? I love it. Awesome. Okay, so once we get our mindset right, mindset strategy and action strategy, remargin your business. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I know you guys will roll your eyes. You're always talking about the finances, right? Remargin your business, cutting expenses, okay? Invest in your business, right? Drop your expenses until your inflow exceeds your outflow at an acceptable level. I love that, all right? So your expenses need to match your income, all right? So as your income increases, then you can increase your expenses back into your business, all right? So grow your budget incrementally in line with acceptable profit margins, right? Are you thinking this deeply in your business, or are you just winging it selling homes? Right? So are you budgeting, and then are you keeping a specific profit margin in your business? Because that's ideal. That's how you're going to be profitable. Are you running a 30% profit margin or 40% profit margin? Right? And adjusting your expenses based on that to keep that same profit margin in your business. All right? And then of course, lead with revenue approach and grow the cost plus method, right? Lead with revenue, essentially the same thing. Is as you're making more money, you can pour back into your business. All right, and for those of you that are looking to hire or hiring or have teams or have admins, right? This is pretty cool that I kind of talked about last week, right? When we talked about unemployment. We're about to get to the point where there's going to be more unemployment than there are jobs available. So what does that mean? You have the opportunity to make hires that might not be available otherwise, meaning your talent pool is about to get greater because there's going to be more people looking for jobs. And if you're at the point where you're hiring, your talent level is going to be better. And that's going to help you grow. So that's a great insight on that, okay? So do more with less and leverage. All right. Find the motivated. Find the motivated. This is the biggest key. Okay, and I heard it in some of our conversations earlier, right? From the paint to Christina, right? Who are you going after? Who are the conversations are you in with? All right, the 60s of real estate. Christina talked about who needs to sell, who has a life change. And you've heard me say these before, but I'm bringing them up again. The 60s of real estate. These people don't worry about any other factors because they need to buy or sell, right? Death, last time I checked, death was undefeated, right? Some of the people aren't fun, right? All right, death, right? Hey, most people that inherit properties, they're just looking to get rid of it, okay? They're not looking to be an investor, or maybe it's because they live in another area, it's too far here. Okay, so they're looking to sell. Divorces, right? Irreconcilable differences. I think it's about it, man. We're just gonna have to go our separate ways. But you know what, honey? Let's just wait till the market gets better. Said no divorcee ever. Okay, so yes, right? Okay, so divorce. How can you take advantage of divorces? Oh, that came out very wrong. Okay, but you know what I mean from a lead generation perspective. What are some relationships we could get in with? Can we speed this divorce up? Divorce attorneys. Absolutely. Right? Get into some relationships with divorce attorneys. Make some partnerships. B2B, business to business relationships. Right? All right, dependents. Growing families. Right? Doesn't matter what the interest rate is if they have they have a 6-member family living in 1,800 square feet. They may be bursting at the seams. They have no choice but to get a larger property, right? Downsizing, empty nesters. It might financially make sense for them to downgrade from 4,500 square feet to 2,000 square feet, right? Which D do you belong in? That one, yeah, all right. Deployment, right? Deployment. Now, when we talk about deployment, we're not talking about just military, right? We're talking about any kind of job relocation, right? Interest rates don't matter if you're moving for your job. Most of the time you're moving for a job is because what, you got a better opportunity, right? So that leads to more income. And then lastly, of course, dividends, which is your investors, okay? Ones that are looking to build a business out of this, all right? They're always around. There's always a deal to be had. Are there better deals now? Investors are going to come out of the woodworks. You better believe it. Some of them are sitting in this room. Okay? So 6 Ds of real estate. That's one place to start. All right? Are you purposefully lead generating? Or are you just randomly? Okay? That's the difference now. That's the difference. All right. Of course, I got to bring some stats into it, right? So I pulled some, I recently got some NAR stats that kind of go along with this, and it's kind of neat, right? About being strategic about lead generating. All right, so ages of home buyers, and these are the generations. You've kind of seen them before, right? From silent generation to young, to boomers, to Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, okay? But this is what's cool. Share of buyers and sellers by generation. Over 70%. Okay, over 70% of home owner buyers and sellers right now are over the age of 45. Okay, over 70%. So are you targeting specifically? Okay, on the flip side, how many of you like working with first-time home buyers? Miss Sharon, right? She's in here, absolutely. First-time home buyers in age groups. Look at this. I thought this was fascinating. 71% of first-time home buyers are between 26 and 34. That's kind of cool. Under 30s buying houses for the first time. Okay? So are you targeting specifically? Are you strategizing on your lead gen? Okay, so I thought those stats were kind of cool, so I thought I'd share them. All right, and then of course, MOFR, right? Your message for immediate response, or making an offer for immediate response, right? The right messaging in a market like this will unlock the value you need to provide to get your unfair share. All right? Are you providing the value? Are you saying the right things? All right, you've heard this saying left and right when it comes to a market like this. Just because there's less opportunity out there doesn't mean there has to be less opportunity for you. This is the time to go get your unfair share. Are you doing the right activity? Are you in the right mindset? Are you doing the one? Yeah, we are in the burn months. You're right. All right, and then of course, get to the table and conversion. This is very important because this is where some of us tend to let things drag along. Are you going for the appointment? And in the appointment, are you going for the close? All right, speed to lead, right? During a shift, your activity needs to double, right? And it's about winning the appointment because statistics prove if you get in front of the consumer, they are your client. Right? Nearly 85% of consumer never gets past the second agent, 70% never get past the first. If you get the appointment, you got the client as long as you're going for the close. All right, so learning how to close. Capture, connect, close. Right? Learn the issues people face, the perspectives that help them make decisions, and the conversations that move into action. See, the challenge in a market like this is that they are going to have difficulty making the decision. So how are you helping them make the decision? Okay? Expectations are a big key. All right, helping buyers and sellers adjust. So set the expectation when? At the appointment, at the beginning, set the expectations, right? For a seller, understanding you should be pricing ahead of the market. What is the strategy behind that? Okay, for buyers, again, understanding all the different cases, bulletproofing your transaction, okay, making sure finances are in order, get strategic on financing. And then the interesting thing about the industry in a market like this is that the market's changing every day. Okay, so something you said at the appointment 3 weeks down the road could be a completely different story all of a sudden, right? So again, being able to manage and resetting expectations and guiding them along that way is going to be key, right? Because the agents that are more competent are the ones that are going to succeed, because that's what the consumer is looking for now, all right, is competent agents. Again, pricing ahead of the market, helping motivate about. Most people would understand the real estate market changes every day. Okay, so I'm going to close it with this quickly. I told you it was a little bit surface level because I'll go into deeper workshop later on shift, right? This is straight from Gary. If you can shift gears, shifting both your thinking and your tactics, you will accelerate ahead of the rest. Okay, this is your time to take the unfair share, but are you willing? Number one, are you in the mindset of doing that? Are you sitting here just thinking about what you're going to do, or are you actually doing the activity? Because like Anna said, the only way you're going to succeed in a market like this is actually doing the activity and doubling and tripling down. Okay? And this is the time to get your unfair share. There's actually a cool chart in Shift that shows if you start getting your market share now, as the market increases, your market share will increase when the market turns around. Okay? And understand real estate is always cyclical. No matter what, it is always cyclical. The market's going to get better. We just don't know when. Okay? It could be by the end of the year, depending on where interest rates are. You never know. Or we could see it into 2026. But the thing we're seeing is we are seeing stability in this market at where we're at right now. So go take advantage of it. Cool? All right. Well, thank you guys. How was that for today? All right. I appreciate it. All right. Where's our partners at to share some wisdom? No, what wisdom? Go for it, Matthias.
How you doing, guys? Matthias with Home USA Mortgage. Quick update on the interest rate market. So the Fed will be meeting this month on the 17th. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. If we did, we'd be in a very good place, and I would take all you with me. Yes, so there's talks about the Fed's dropping 25 basis points, which I will say, we've already kind of seen some major lenders already kind of adjust for that. So we probably have already seen that movement being done prior. So the big lenders usually kind of foresee what's going to happen in the Fed meetings and they adjust accordingly. So on the 17th, we may see an increase. It's hard to really know what's going on, right? This is to say, hey, let's get your buyers in front of a professional lender today, and then, you know, potentially, hopefully try to lock in something before that happens, because odds are we don't know what's going to happen. So this is just good information for you guys to know, because it will be a talking point here in the next few weeks. Okay. Appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you, Matthias.
Hello, everybody. Try again. More energy. Hello, everybody. Okay, that was still kind of lacking, but we'll get right into it. Okay, I'm very fired up after Nimesh's little speech there. So I want to share some stuff with you guys. Let me pull my notes up. I was typing them out as I was sitting here. But a lot of the things that Nimesh was talking about in terms of people that you can partner with and getting appointments and all this stuff, the best way for this to happen, and one of the biggest issues I see with working with realtors, is the lack of time management, because you're doing one thing and then next thing you know, you get pulled into another task and you're task switching left and right, not allowing you to do anything at full capacity. So the answer to this is time blocking. Does anybody in here time block? Okay. Some of the ones I put up, top producers in here. So what does that tell me? It works. My schedule is time blocked almost to the exact minute, and I'm including drive time, I'm including lunch breaks. Sometimes I'll throw in like a 10-minute just doom scroll on TikTok on there, but this keeps me on track. And when I'm doing one thing with time blocking, I am only doing that objective. And if something comes up, then I negotiate with my whoever. Can I do this in an hour? Can I do this on Thursday? So schedule out your days, you guys. Schedule these appointments, schedule time for prospecting, schedule events. Keep your days planned and don't just go wherever the wind takes you and what makes you feel inspired that day. Have your days planned out. Another thing is prospecting leads to appointments, leads to clients. That's the formula for success. And so I don't want to sit up here and gloat, but I want to share with you guys the numbers that I produced this month because one, I'm very proud of it, but two, I want to show you guys what is possible because if I can do it, I know each and every single one of you in here can. So, I'm in my little sales coaching right now, and part of that is logging everything, every call, every text, even sometimes like DMs or interactions on social media, because that is also prospecting. But I want to share these numbers because, like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. This month, not including any events I went to or any of these meetings, I made 504 calls and I attended 61 appointments. And let me tell you what, I smashed my August goal. And it's really cool and it's really exciting. But my point being is if I can do this, I know each and every one of you can. So if you need help time blocking, if you need help getting organized, call me because I've perfected it at this point. I'm obsessed with it now. And I cannot live without my time blocked calendar. And sorry, I'm gonna let y'all come up in just a second. One more thing, I have in 2 weeks, I have a CapCut CE course coming up. There are flyers already up around the office, and you'll be seeing that all over social media and coming out from me soon. So, CapCut CE, September 18th. Okay.
Thank you, Riley.
All right. Hey guys, no dilly dallying, okay? Have y'all seen that TikTok or reel? It's like, I am a dilly dallyer. I love to dilly dally. Okay, don't do that. Time block. Christina with Majestic Title. Today's flyer and topic that we are talking about is what to bring to closing, a seller's edition. You cannot get on an airplane without an ID. So what makes you can come to closing without a valid ID and exchange money and sell your house and buy a property? It doesn't work like that. Examples of government issued photo IDs that we accept. Obviously, driver's license, passport, military ID, inmate identification card. Don't ask me how I know that, but incarcerated individuals are allowed to buy and sell property as well. A great time to get a copy of their ID is when you take the listing or you sign your buyer's rep, because that's a great time for them to look at their ID and figure out if it's actually valid and not expired. Because a lot of people have driver's licenses that don't know they're expired. So when they get to the day of closing, we still cannot accept an expired ID. Also to note to bring to closing, house, obviously keys, garage remotes, gate cards, mailbox keys, smart lockbox codes, anything like that. And then final documents, anything that we're recording or having to, that is a necessity to the file, like a power of attorney or trust documents or LLC docs, we always require those originals because we're recording them at the time of closing to say this was a part of the transaction. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all this week. It was super, super simple what to bring to closing as a seller. Let me know if y'all need anything else. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just a little tidbit. When you're out working with buyers, you're working with sellers, there are a couple of documents that you might want to ask the seller if they can provide. One, if they've ever had foundation repair, are you all asking to get a copy of the warranty? Are warranties on foundations transferable? And how long are they transferable for? Most of the time, it's only 30 days. I bought a house, was unaware of that, thought, hey, I'm going to transfer the warranty into my name for the foundation, and I'm out of luck. It was 30 days, and it usually costs about $350. It's available. It's worth having, though. So again, same thing. Roofs, you might replace a roof and might have 5 years of repairs to that roof that's covered, but you need to get the warranty to be able to determine, is that something that I can pass on? Surveys. Are you all asking for surveys? Yes, most of you. It's a cost, and most survey companies are going up $500, $550, $600 for a survey. In most cases, if the title company approves it, regardless of the age, as long as there have been no modifications to the property, that might be another item that they could do. insurance as well. Sometimes insurance can be grandfathered. With rates going up as high as they have for insurance, you might be able to get an idea of who was your insurance company that covered your house, and they might reinsure that same house, forego requiring a roof inspection, which is going to cost money to your potential buyer, but maybe get your buyer in for less money than what the current market is. So we're here to help you all. We've got some classes coming up soon, and would love to be here to help. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it. Cool. All right, guys. Thank y'all very much. Hope that was value today. I know it was a lot all over the place. Lots going on. Hope to see you guys around. Go make it happen. Enjoy your lunch.